What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. And today, as usual, we're gonna continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's gonna be the 55th part of the third book, so let's get started. Seize Rome, your enemies. The great feats are witnesses. This is an impressive way of imparting distinction to speech and should be employed often. The following expressions are examples of the same category. In war, Mars fights on both sides. The use of Ceres for crops, Liber for wine, Neptune for sea, Senate House for senate, the campus, marches for the assemblies, Toga for peace, arms and weapons for war. Also in this category is the use of the virtues and vices for the actual people who possess them. The house invaded by luxury, and where avarice has found its way, or loyalty has prevailed, justice has done its work. I'm sure you see what these whole categories like. We find it when the same thing is formulated in a more distinguished way, through the use of an adapted metonymic word. Closely related to these categories, another group of expressions that are less distinguished but still not negligible. When we want either part to mean the whole, for instance, when we say walls or roofs instead of buildings, or the whole to mean a part, for instance, when we call one squadron of horsemen the cavalry of the Roman people, or one to mean many. Yet the Roman, despite the success in the field of battle, trembles at heart. Or when many means one. Romans are we now, who formerly were Rudini. In short, in these categories, something, in some way or other, means not what it literally does, but what it is intended to mean. Also, we often use a word by way of catagrasis. This device is less refined than metaphor, but even if rather loose, it is sometimes not without delicacy. For instance, when we say a full-grown speech instead of a long one, or a tiny mind instead of a small mind. But surely you see that the other device, which is made up, as I have explained, of a succession of several metaphors, is not a matter of a single word, but of a continuous passage, while these devices, which are either metonymies or mean something other than they literally do, consist in words that are in some way metaphorical. Thus, individual words are praiseworthy if they belong to one of the three following types. Words that belong to the past, which normal usage can nevertheless tolerate. Words created by means of a combination or a new formation, and here we must likewise respect the ears and normal usage. And metaphors, which more than anything else mark our speech with shining stars, as it were, and thus give it brilliance. Alright, guys, so we're done with another part, and we're going to continue tomorrow the next one. So thank you for joining me today in this reading session. See you tomorrow. Bye.